Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're looking at the Griffin elevator laptop stand. This is available in 4 different colours to match the older MacBook Pro silver and also the new gold, space grey and black. And it's designed to give you a comfortable viewing height and also helps to save some space. So it's made with a nice brushed aluminium and it's got a very minimal design to help it look stylish while maintaining some good function. It raises up your laptop screen 5.5 inches. Now it fits most Mac and PC laptops, but Griffin claim on their website the compatibility is based around the MacBook Pro 13 and 15 inch, the MacBook Air 11 inch and 13 inch, and then the 2015 MacBook. Now they've designed this to fit around the health and safety standards to make your laptop safer and more comfortable to use all day long. This is from healthycomputing.com, which is the premier source for office ergonomics. Recommends that putting the top of your screen level with your eyes and sitting an arm's length away from the screen is the best way to go about it. And when you use the elevator with an external keyboard, you fit both of these criteria. So looking in the box, it's flat packed to obviously save some space in shipping. And it just uses 5 parts to put together and you can really do it with your eyes closed. There is an instruction manual included, but you really shouldn't need to touch that. It's very simple to put together. Now I've got a late 2013 MacBook Pro 15 inch that I'm going to use with this, which is obviously silver, as the older designs were all silver. But I've got the space grey version just because I wanted a bit of contrast, and it does look really cool, especially if you've got a wrap on your MacBook like I have. I've got a carbon skin and they really do complement each other very well. So here are the parts that are included. Obviously you've got the 2 arms which will raise your laptop or MacBook up. You've got a clear bottom panel that connects the 2 bits together to make sure it's nice and sturdy and solid. And then there's 2 little clips that retain your laptop at the front to stop it slipping off. Now you will need to make sure your laptop is kind of square at the bottom, just so make sure it sits behind the lip that the elevator offers. Obviously if you've got a curved edge to your laptop, it may end up going over that retaining edge, and obviously you don't want it slipping off, so that's one thing to consider before you get one. Now on the clear panel for the front, we've got the Griffin logo as well as some rubber panels to prevent any slipping, and then there's some nice thick rubber pads on the metal parts. As you can see, it's got Griffin elevator written on to make sure it's going to stay wherever you put it on your desk. So this shot here is primarily just to show you the colour. I have looked online and people have said that the colours do match together, so whichever one you do decide to go for, you will get an accurate colour between the elevator and the MacBook. So where your laptop will sit along the top of the stand, you have got a full rubber section to make sure the MacBook stays put and doesn't slip at all. Here's the other 2 parts for the stand, which just help make sure your laptop doesn't slip off the top. Even with the rubber there, it shouldn't anyway, but those are just little retaining feet to make sure you've got 2 methods of safety for your laptop to sit on and to absolutely guarantee it's not going to go anywhere. When you slide these on, there is a little ball that goes into a socket on the bottom. That just makes sure that your MacBook isn't going to slip off and pull the actual whole retaining clip off, so just more of a safety feature. Then the clear bar just literally slides onto the smaller sections of the stands. Then that is literally the elevator setup. It really couldn't be simpler. Got a very nice angle on there so you can see the keys and type on them higher up if you so wish. And then stating the obvious, you just need to put your laptop on the very top. Now considering the MacBook Pro 15 inch is the bigger model, it still looks great on the stand, and the stand doesn't look small for it, and the size ratios do match quite well. The MacBook 2015 is one of the smaller ones, so that may look slightly dwarfed by the stand, but nevertheless it still adds the function that you look for. Using it with one of the 2015 MacBooks, the stand may dwarf the MacBook a little bit. You're there to save some space and get more function out of it rather than the looks anyway. This doesn't hinder the ventilation of the MacBook in any way at all, so it can exhaust all the air it requires to. Now this is just one of my small Bluetooth keyboards to give you an idea of the space you could save. Where that's raised up the 5.5 inches, you have got a few inches to play with. So if you were to use this on a desk without the stand, you would have a lot less room to play with. Whereas if you do raise it up, you've got a few extra inches. This is great if you've just got a smaller desk, or maybe you want to use your MacBook on a desk where you're already using a desktop. This obviously adds extra functionality while maintaining space. Or you can go for this option, which is adding a full-size keyboard to the MacBook, so you've got more productivity. That obviously allows you to do a lot more. You can use a numeric keypad for numbers, for example, and then obviously makes it easier for editing and things like that, especially if you're using a keyboard you're used to. Obviously another way you could go about it. And I found having the keyboard with the stands up, it did sit over the edge of the elevator just right, so that did save even more space where you just have your hand slightly under the stand a little bit, and it did work really quite well. So this is a very simple but effective product. It's something that you're going to look for specifically rather than think, oh, that's quite cool, I'll just buy one. So there's a very specific market that it's catering for. The little retention arms are a little bit wobbly. That's the only quibble that I really have about it. Apart from that, it's a really great product, and it does have real good value for money as well. This would also be great for DJs that use a digital interface with their PC. Obviously taking it up that extra edge means you can put your mixer underneath the MacBook and then use it that way. And again, when you're in a club scenario, you haven't got much room to use anyway, so another great space saving option. So if you want to get one of the elevators for yourself, I will put the relevant links down in the description box below. If you enjoyed this video and you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Thank you to Griffin for sending this out for me to review, and I'll catch you all in my next video.